Which old wives' tale is actually true? Doomed is the child who, when kissed on the forehead, tastes salty. He is cursed and will soon die. It's cystic fibrosis. Nowadays, we know that cystic fibrosis is due to a non-functional protein that regulates salt transport. When that protein doesn't work, you get thick, sticky mucus clogging up every membrane, and a whole bunch of salt being pumped onto the skin. Many diseases existed for a long time before we had the framework to understand them. But our ancestors were paying attention and trying to understand these tragedies through the lenses that they had. And sometimes, that's how you get an old wives' tale that is right on the money. When rain is coming, your joints hurt. I used to roll my eyes and laugh when Granny said her arthritis was acting up because it was going to rain. I was 10 years old. I'm now 53 and not laughing. Granny 1. Me 0. Ammonia on a mosquito bite. Dab a bit of ammonia on it. And don't touch it. Count to 120 seconds. And the bite is gone. Inflammation, etc. When I first heard of it, I didn't believe it. Now, just a touch of kitchen ammonia and don't scratch and it's beyond gone. Completely. A while back, scientists set out to prove false the old wives' tale that if a pregnant woman has lots of heartburn, her baby will be born with a thick head of hair. Except, they ended up doing the opposite. Turns out heartburn really is associated with a baby having lots of hair. https://pubmed.ncb nlm.nih.gov/171500070/ Gathering herbs by the light of the moon. Some plants, pollinated by moths, have their most potent oils at night to attract night insects. So if you need it at its strongest, pick it at night. If you have bad back pain or a broken rib and have to sneeze, look up. Will hurt way less. A cut onion rubbed on insect bites takes away the sting. I've tried it on wasp and ant bites and works instantly. A good senator is a poor senator. Red sky at night. Sailor's delight. A red sky appears when dust and small particles are trapped in the atmosphere by high pressure. This scatters blue light, leaving only red light to give the sky its notable appearance. A red sky at sunset means high pressure is moving in from the west. So therefore the next day will usually be dry and pleasant. Med Office. Nurses used to put jaundice's babies on window sills until their color returned. No idea how they figured it out, but it's actually a legitimate cure. Chicken soup when you're sick. Gotta stay hydrated. My grandmother always insisted that a new mom in the family get up and walk as soon after delivery as possible. Said if you stay in the bed a lot after giving birth, your hips would spread and stay that way. Turns out the hormone changes during childbirth cause your cartilage to become flexible so your hips can widen some. It wears off fast though, so if you stay in the bed for days, like they did back in the day, your cartilage hardens back up, spread out. When you walk, your center of gravity is in your pelvis and pushes it back together. I've never seen a medical study on it, but none of the women in my family have wider hips after having kids. If you ever feel dehydrated, get a pinch of salt, put it in your water and add lemon. No sugar. And just drink. It helps. They found a potential antibiotic in a frog after a folklore to throw the frog in milk so it doesn't spoil as fast. Cold cabbage leaves relieves engorgement and mastitis pain while nursing. It sounds so old wives' tale, but it's been proved true. Drinking gelatin to up amniotic fluid during pregnancy. They wanted to schedule a C-section at 32 weeks for my kid. Due to low amniotic fluid, my friend's midwife told me to mix gelatin packets into apple juice and drink it before it started to thicken. 3x a day brought my levels up from a 3 to an 8, and managed to keep the kid baking for another 4 weeks. She was born at 36 weeks, weighing 4 pounds 3 ounces. So, the gods only know how tiny she would have been at 32 weeks. She was discharged with me 3 days later, at 4 pounds 1 ounce. Perfectly healthy, besides being as tiny as a doll. And she didn't wear clothes for 4 months because I was terrified of breaking her. But, yeah, I never thought it would work. I can't believe there are over 400 comments and nobody has mentioned one of the most valuable old wives' tales. That garlic had medicinal powers for a wide variety of ailments. Open a window to let out ghosts. If you are seeing things, it's probably actually gas or carbon dioxide. Pregnant women should not be near cat litter. Source: I'm blind in one eye from toxoplasmosis acquired in utero. When your scars itch, it's going to rain. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.